What's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang. God Squad. That's what it is, man. Keith Thurman is not more popular than Errol Spence. I'm sick of hearing Keith Thurman talking reckless all on social media. I'm sick of Keith Thurman, just making these dumbass, unnecessary tweets talking about how, Errol Spence needs to win 2 belts. Errol Spence needs to be more popular. Keith, Errol Spence is more popular than you. How many pay-per-views have you fought in, Keith? How many pay-per-views have you headlined, Keith? How many? How many times have you sold 40,000 tickets, Keith? How many times? How many times have you done big pay-per-view numbers, Keith? I don't want to hear about what you did on free TV. I don't want to hear about what you did on free television. I want to hear about your pay-per-view numbers. Because from my knowledge, bro, you ain't never fought in one pay-per-view your whole career. And yet still you talking about somebody else got to be more popular to fight you. And yet he didn't fought in a pay-per-view, in a big-time pay-per-view at that. Sold 40K in tickets. Not to mention pay-per-view sales. We ain't even on the pay-per-view sale. We just own him fighting on pay-per-view and selling 46,000 tickets at Jerry's World, which is a very big stadium, which seats 100,000. And out of 100,000, he put 40. Him and Mikey Garcia put 46,000 asses in them seats. How many times have you put 46,000 plus asses in some seats, bro? Is 46,000 people coming to see you? How many people paying to watch you fight, Keith? How many pay-per-views are you headlining, Keith? Let me know something, Keith. Why you sitting there talking about the next man and how he ain't as popular as you and he way more popular than you? When I get on social media, all I hear is Errol. Terrence Crawford and Errol. You know why they talking about you now? Because you fighting Manny Pacquiao. When you had set up that fight with Josito Lopez, wasn't nobody talking about you? Wasn't nobody thinking about you? Wasn't nobody hyping you up, saying how great you was? Nobody, bruh. Everybody was talking about Errol Spence. How Errol Spence gonna whoop your ass. How Terrence Crawford gonna whoop your ass. Ain't nobody talking about really how Keith Thurman finna really whoop these motherfuckers. So when you get on social media and when you do these interviews talking about you has never sent the contract, you not ducking Errol Spence, but yet still you gonna say that you only gonna fight him if he got 2 belts. Because you looking to fight for the biggest payday. You're not looking to fight for legacy. Because you even said, why fight for 1.2 million or blah, blah, blah when I could get 5 or 10 million. So you not fighting Errol Spence because he don't got 2 belts, but you ain't got 2 belts either, Keith. So how can you have a demand for something that you don't even have? I can understand if you had 2 belts or if you had 3 belts and you was like, hey, man, you got to have at least 2 belts to fight me. But you don't even have 2 belts. You only got 1. So how you going to tell somebody else who's more popular than you to get 2 belts to fight you, and he probably get 2 belts to fight you before you get 2 belts? Because Manny Pacquiao ain't holding no world title. He is not holding the world title. So why you talking that shit? Why you not fighting nobody with a world title? Oh, that's because the people that got world titles are Sean Porter, who already got your number because he gave you props the first time you fought. Errol Spence, who you not trying to fight because you claim he not popular enough, but he got more popularity than you and he didn't fought on the pay-per-view before you did. I mean, he headlined the pay-per-view before you did. From my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, please. But as far as I know, Errol Spence is doing more in the boxing game than Keith Thurman by far. I think Errol Spence then trumped Keith Thurman in his career based on the things he's done so far. Because to me, Keith Thurman ain't done shit in his career. Let's be real. He had won the WBC belt, then he had to vacate it because he got injured. So I can understand if you had still the WBC belt, but you vacated it, which led to Danny Garcia fighting Sean Porter, and then Sean Porter beats him. Now Sean Porter's the WBC champion. I don't see you trying to fight Sean Porter to get your belt back. I don't see you trying to fight Errol Spence to get a second belt. I don't see you trying to fight Terrence Crawford to get a belt. Hell, I don't even see you going for the IBO belt just to say you got 2 belts. Because don't nobody give a fuck about the IBO belt, but the IBO is still a world title. So you could even argue then if you had the IBO belt, or if you would have got the WBA, you already are the WBA. If you got the WBC or the WBO or the IBF, if you'd have got some world title and had it and was holding 2 belts, I could understand. But you don't have 2 belts. So how can you create a demand for somebody to have something that you don't have, Keith? That's bullshit. You running game. You can fool these other motherfuckers with that shit, but you ain't fooling me, Keith. You not more popular than Errol Spence. You're not more popular than Terrence Crawford. Right now, you at the bottom of the totem pole, bro. You at the bottom. Hell, you fighting Manny Pacquiao so you can boost your own popularity. Cause ain't nobody talking about you like that. Even when they speaking about you with this Manny Pacquiao shit, everybody thinking that Manny Pacquiao finna beat your ass. I'm even going for Manny Pacquiao to whoop your ass. So, and then you gonna say if Manny Pacquiao beats you, that you gonna retire. But that just says if Manny Pacquiao beats you, you can't beat Terrence Crawford and you can't beat Errol Spence. That fight is gonna determine a lot about you, Keith. Because you talking about Manny like Manny hella washed up, like Manny can't fight, like Manny can't do what he do. Like Manny still Manny, bruh. Manny still Manny. And Keith, you not no Floyd Money Mayweather. You not none of the opponents that Manny has faced. Manny has fought way harder opposition than you, Keith. There's no way that you will be the hardest opponent that he's ever fought, bro. You not one of them hungry dogs. You got to prove that this fight, because I haven't seen that shit in you, bro. I've seen you get popped and be like, oh shit, this motherfucker here. I saw that with the Sean Porter fight. I saw that with the Danny Garcia fight. When you get hit, you be like, oh shit, wait, hold up. Let me reassess. Let me think about this for a minute. And then you go back, but you ain't going to be ready for a person that's bouncing all over the goddamn place. Because Manny coming for you. Manny sees something in you that he can expose. That's why he fighting you. He don't see it in Errol Spence. He too nervous about Errol Spence. Errol Spence is too busy trying to be a dog. He gonna be in Manny chest all night long. And Errol Spence know how to box. So he probably not gonna try to take it to Manny to the later rounds. He probably gonna box him the first 6 to 7 if it go that long. Cause I don't see Manny Pacquiao beating Errol Spence. I don't see Manny Pacquiao beating Terrence Crawford. Why you think Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford didn't fight when they was both on top rank? Cause Bob Arum didn't want to fuck up his money. He knew if Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao fought, that was just gonna fuck. They both his cash cows. He can't afford to lose that shit. He need them to keep his money up. So they didn't fight. So he goes to PBC. Now he fight PBC fighters. Keith Thurman is not more popular than Errol Spence. So when Keith Thurman say Errol Spence need to be more popular, bro, you scared of Errol Spence, bro. You scared. You don't have 2 belts. So the audacity that you have to say that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford need 2 belts before they fight you, bro, you on some bitch shit. Win 2 belts before you say some shit like that. Win them first. Then say shit like that. Don't say no shit like that and you only got 1 belt. Or y'all only got 1 belt. And y'all all need to fight each other to have 2 belts. Because you got to fight one of them to get 2 belts, Keith. Unless you're going to fight for what? I think maybe the vacant IBO belt. But don't nobody want that shit. But it's still a world title. It's still a part of boxing. But you ain't going to do that shit, bro. You ain't going to do that. Because you just talking. You just blowing smoke. Errol, you need to tell Al, send Keith Thurman a contract. Send Keith Thurman a contract. Because he said out his own mouth, a duck is when I have received the contract and I turn it down. That is a duck. Came out of Keith Thurman's mouth. Came out of Keith Thurman's mouth. He said a duck. He said he has not received the contract to fight Errol Spence, so it's not a duck. The only way it will be a duck is if he is sent the contract and he turns it down. So Errol, Al, whoever, Hans Zimmer, whoever, PBC, whatever, send Keith Thurman a contract. Send him a contract. He not gonna fight him this year. I already know he ain't finna fight Errol this year. Send that nigga a contract for them to fight maybe next year or whatever and see what he do. Let Keith turn down that shit, boy. I'm gonna talk shit about you forever and a day. Cause I already know you're not gonna take the offer. You're gonna turn that shit down. You ain't trying to fight Errol for real. You really not. You don't want no real smoke with Errol. Not for real, for real. You just talking. You not finna fight Terrence Crawford, none of that shit. Because you afraid to take an L. A big time L. So, all that bullshit about what you saying about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence is bullshit. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is more popular than Keith Thurman at this point in time in their boxing careers. Facts. Facts. Period. Hate it or love it. It is what it is, man. If you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with some hot shit. Follow me on Instagram at DT_boom. Follow me on Twitter at DBoyWSO, man. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, New Media, Notification Gang. God Squad. What it is, man. 100.